The opioid crisis has taken hold with no signs of letting up. Tri-state communities, a culture of abuse, overdoses at an all-time high. But what can be done to fight the ongoing epidemic? Tonight, we bring the tri-state area together to start the conversation. Now, from the St. Mary's Outreach Center in Huntington, West Virginia, here are Jennifer Abney and Patrick Simon.
People in the tri-state are dying at an alarming rate.
911 call centers are overloaded, emergency rooms are overcrowded, and first responders are just overwhelmed. Good evening and welcome to a special edition of 13 News at 7. I'm Jennifer Abney.
And I'm Patrick Simon. The conversation begins tonight. We're going to talk about a very important issue that in one way or another affects us all.
The tri-state is in the grips of a drug epidemic like none we've seen before. People are dying at an alarming rate. And according to the Centers for Disease Control, opioids, including prescription pills and heroin, killed more than 33,000 people in 2015 alone. And get this, almost as many people were killed in traffic accidents that very same year. Nearly half of all overdose deaths are involving prescription opioids. And just to give you an idea of the impact that this epidemic is having in our communities, take a look at the numbers. West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky all saw double-digit increases in drug-related overdose deaths in 2015.
For the next hour, our goal is to not just talk about the problem, but also initiate change. How do we turn all of this around? And Tana, you have a very important and inspiring yet emotional story to tell about your son. Talk to us about that.
My son was very intelligent. He was outgoing, funny, but he got involved in drugs when he was probably about 18, and he tried to fight the battle, but we know that he lost it. But my family and I are determined to go out and try to help other people to succeed with their hopes and not lose it like he did.
Tana, thanks for sharing your story. Appreciate
You're
it very
welcome.
much. Thank you.
And Tim, this is something that you all work to do to actually help with prevention. And I know that's a theme that we're going to continue to talk about this evening as well.
I think it's important to understand that people don't wake up and decide today I'm going to be a heroin addict. The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration did a national survey of young people across America. Over 70% of those kids in the survey said, I can get tobacco, alcohol, and prescription pills at home. It doesn't mean that mom and dad are giving it to them. It means they have access to that. And what we find out is a lot of kids, 11, 12, 13, they start experimenting with different things. Some of them, it's a one-time thing and they're done. Others, then by 15, it's something else and into their 20s. So the first line of education and defense is in our homes, talking to our kids. Kids listen to parents, so it's very, very important that we do that. Then we have to limit the access to our kids to those negative items, the tobacco, alcohol, and prescription drugs. We have drug takebacks in all of our counties. It's very important that you have a proper way of disposing of any unwanted or unused medication that you have.
Next, a life-saving tool in the fight against opioids, or is it actually enabling addicts to seek out their best high? Stay with us.
You are a hostage to it. It takes complete control over any and everything that you've ever thought, lived, loved, anything.
We will return to a town hall meeting, States of Addiction, Fighting the Opioid Epidemic.